Hey, my friends, it is December 11th, and we are ready for our next story. This is one you may not have heard before, so listen tight and see what you think. It's called The Red Rope. All right? A long time ago, after God gave his love promises to his people, one red rope saved the lives of a girl, her dad, her mom, her brothers, and her sisters. The girl's name was Rahab, and she was known as a girl who did bad things. She lived in a town named Jericho, and Jericho was a town where nobody worshiped God. Not one person worshiped God. Could you imagine? The people who lived in Jericho built high walls around their town to keep enemies out, but no one can keep our one true God out. God told his people that the land of Jericho would be theirs, so two men of God came spying out this land, slinking closer to Jericho. And they found the city gates standing wide open. God does that, you know. He opens doors and opens the hardest of hearts. The spies walked through the gate. They knocked on the door, and Rahab let them in. But someone saw the men slip into Rahab's house. They told the king, and the king sent soldiers. Then quick, Rahab hid the two spies up on the roof under a pile of straw so the soldiers didn't find them. When Rahab pulled the blanket of straw off the hiding spies, she whispered to them what was beating loud in her heart. Your one real God works real miracles. I believe in him, and I want to live for him. God can show himself and his huge, uncontainable love wherever, whenever, and for whomever. High walls and hard hearts can't stop his love from coming. Sin and badness can't stop his love from coming. The love of God can come over any wall, can open any door of any heart, can find anyone, anywhere, in anything. Rahab couldn't stop smiling. God loved her at her darkest, baddest moment, and he held her with the biggest and grandest and greatest love. That is always the secret to unwrapping the biggest, greatest, grandest gift. Believe that the love of Jesus is in the place where you don't expect it. Then live into the surprise of love just like that. Because Rahab believed in the one real God and had decided to live for him, the two men of God promised, if you hang a red rope outside your window, you and your father and mother and brothers and sisters will all be kept safe when the soldiers take Jericho. Rahab nodded yes. She hung the red rope out her window like it was her only lifeline. Her heart was tied to God's by that one red rope. God changed the heart of a girl who had done some bad things. When the soldiers came to the city of Jericho, Rahab was saved, not because she was good, not because she did good things, but because she trusted the one real God. God would send a prince to marry Rahab. Who was expecting that? And the girl who had done bad things but gave her heart to the one good God became Princess Rahab, who would have a baby boy, who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would grow up to become the king of God's people, which means that Rahab would be the great-great-grandmother of King David, the greatest king of God's people. And Rahab would be the many, many, many times great-grandmother of the greatest and most perfect king ever, Jesus. Jesus, who painted a rope red with his very own love and his very own blood and gives himself to you like a red rope. He whispers, no matter what you've done, hold on. I love you and I've got you. Everywhere, do you see it? Christmas presents tied up with red ribbons, little red ropes. They tie all our hearts to Jesus, the greatest, grandest gift. All of the red ropes everywhere shaped into hearts, they wrap the happiest love right around you. All right, my friends, look for those red ribbons of love and know that Jesus loves you. I'll see you tomorrow.